What up, my peeps? It's your Knuckle Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review. This time courtesy and for the very first time, we've got our first review of a McFarlane Toys figure. That is from the Spawn line. We've got Cygor. So this will be my first review doing this, as I just stated. You can see Cygor, which is an enemy of Spawn, if anybody's up on that character. And I don't normally collect very many McFarlane figs, usually just the big ones. And I did get last year that Batman Death Metal and that Bat Cycle, that's made up of the bones of a giant bat. That intrigued me. But usually large figures I'll get because they're pretty impressive. I already know going in that the articulation is going to leave a lot to be desired, and I accept that. That's the main reason why I don't collect big time McFarlane Toys figures. But anyway, enough of that. You see the figure in all of his monstrous glory inside of the packaging. You've got Spawn logo at the bottom. You also have the name of the character, Cygor, a cybernetic gorilla. Turning to the side, you can see that artwork. That artwork is banging. That's straight fire right there. And even though it's out of frame, you can see the majority of the Spawn logo going down the side there. Turning the figure to the rear, you see that picture of Cygor out of packaging, and looks pretty cool there. You got the Spawn logo. It states that he does have 22 moving parts, which would be 6 more than what Marvel Select and their Immortal Hulk would have. But we'll see when we take him out of the packaging. Going to the other side, you get even more artwork, different kind. Looking pretty cool there. You see that Cygor is chained to the max. And back to the front. So now it's time to get Cygor out of packaging, and I'm looking in there. He's got a lot of twisties holding him down, so it's going to be a minute for me to get him out. So, like Arnold, I'll be back. Cygor's lone accessory is this base that came with it. It's got Spawn emblazoned on the bottom of it, molded in a flat black, and it's got a peg, and it's very laughable. Not because it's the sole accessory, but because it is an accessory. The size of this, I mean, considering how large Cygor is, it's laughable at best. But hey, we got something, so guess you can't complain about that. So here we have Cygor staring right at us. That's because he's too big for the rotating platter, so he's got to just be facing us as is. So we'll just have to take a look at him straight on. If we want the 360-degree visual, we're going to have to do it with the hand rotator, that being this one. So looking at him head on, first glance, very detailed, can't front about that. It looks absolutely awesome. I repeat, it looks absolutely awesome. But that's about it in the looks department. You see the all of the cybernetic enhancements on this gorilla. Nice paint apps. And looking at him from the back, you see how all of those cybernetic enhancements extend to the back, and of course his lower extremities. You see that right there. And we're going to go right back to the front, and now we're going to take a closer look at Cygor. Here we have Cygor up close and personal, and this face sculpt is gruesome. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at it head on. Those red eyes. Look at the side there where he's been slashed in that bright red. The teeth are on and cracking. The gums, everything's been painted very nicely. Look at that tongue. It's just crazy. Look at his cybernetic left side. The silver with the dark wash over it to give it a used, worn type of look. That's just nice. Going down, his chest. You see more of that, the cybernetic enhancements right there. It going all the way around the back there. His neck is housed in some cybernetics there. You see he's been stitched up. Look at that crazy patchwork there, literal patchwork. You got some more of that patchwork on his right arm. Going down the arm, you see all of that. That is just crazy. The conduit that's going across his forearm, painted blue. He still has that nice wash all over the place, even on his paws. And then turning him behind to see the back of that arm, you see some more of that conduit leading from the cybernetics directly into his flesh and blood arm. That's just crazy right there. And going down, well, before we go down, let's look on his left arm. So his left arm is fully robotic, and you can see the conduit there, and then you have gears in the back. They're all nicely painted gold. It's just crazy. More of that silver with the black wash all the way down to the paws. And then now we'll go down. I'll move an arm out the way to look better. You see there's more stitch work going down. Wow, that had to hurt. Going down, you see his feet from the his legs and feet from the knees down have been transformed into transplanted, I should say, into a cybernetic parts. The toes, the whole nine. Looking at him from behind, you see the same thing in the back, and we'll have our boy Cygor face front again as we zoom out. We're going to look at Cygor's articulation, and trust and believe this is going to be the quickest segment articulation wise ever, and that's saying a lot when you're talking about me. So here we go. As far as the head goes, it goes up, turn them sideways, it goes up that much, if you can see that, which is almost nothing at all. It goes down that much, and you can get side to side. You can get him to turn, so that gives him a semblance of that attitude. As far as the arms, they only go out that much, which is, I mean, it's nothing. And then as far as the rotation, you can rotate it, but you've got to be wary, and you're hearing all that cracking, of your shoulder pads there. As far as the elbow articulation, it's single jointed, and it goes out that much, and it has the swivel action going, and you've got wrist articulation in and out, and it does rotate. So you do have that. As far as his ab crunch is concerned, you do note that I didn't say anything about the fingers moving. They are fixed, both sides, so that's all you get. As far as his diaphragm, there's nothing at the diaphragm. It's all lower torso, and it goes out like that, and it leaves this ugliness, which is ridiculous. This part of the crotch area, the lower torso area, is a rubbery plastic. You see how it's moving right there? It's not hard like the rest of them. It goes forward, almost nothing at all. You can get side to side and rotate, or not rotate, but I said side to side and rotate. Sorry, I was doing things in reverse there. And as far as the leg rotation goes, looking at it from this side, it can move out like that, and you do have a single jointed knee that goes like that, and that's all you get. Feet, it will point down only that much, which is almost nothing. Almost nothing going up. You do have the very slightest of ankle pivots, and believe it or not, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Getting a measurement of Cygor in his hunched over position like that, he is about 8.5 inches, and that translates metrically to about 21 meters. I'm sorry, 21 centimeters. For some comparisons, here's Cygor next to another large Spawn figure. You got Violator, and a lot of people didn't like this Violator because he's bulky, and you know, most of the time Violator is portrayed very skinny, very lanky, and just creepy. You know, this This Violator isn't necessarily creepy as much as it is horrendous, but I like horrendous. And here's Cygor next to the man himself. You got Spawn. This was the second edition where he came with the axe. The first edition he came with the sword. So to sum it all up, the McFarlane Toys Spawn series Cygor, though it's a very nice sculpt in terms of the visual, got to keep it a stack. This fig is it's garbage. Can't front. It's garbage. The articulation is absolutely horrible wherever it is, if you want to call it articulation. I mean, you've got, I won't even give it the honor of being called articulation. I'll just say it has some moving parts, and we're going to go with that. It doesn't have an articulated jaw, which, you know, would have been nice for this figure to have that. It would have been nice if the ranges on the elbows and knees were wider. I mean, you don't even get 45-degree angle. Never mind, you know, anything more than that on any part there. The sculpt is banging. The detail. It is a nice looking figure. I cannot front on that. You got to give flowers where they're due. It looks great, but it's, for all intents and purposes, it's a statue. That's what it is. It is a statue. But I never really plan on moving him or articulating him in any way. He's going to go in the same display that you saw Spawn and Violator, and they're just, you know, they're posed up. I don't have many Spawn figures, so in fact I only have well, now 4, technically 5. I've got the first edition Spawn. You saw I've got Violator and that second edition Spawn, and I also have the Clown. So that's it. When you add Cygor to that mix, that's all you get, and that's all I need, especially if I'm going to have articulation like that. So enough of the whining. Well, I guess I'll whine one more time. It did come with a base, and that was laughable because look at the size of Cygor, and look at the size of the base. Come on now. Come on now. His hand can barely fit on that, but it is what it is. And what this is the end of this review. There's no need to give Cygor, give this figure any more love, any more screen time. We're about to be out. This is probably the first review I've done where I've hit the figure this hard, but it is deserved. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Alright, so anyhow, thank you guys for rocking with me. Please like, and when I say like, I mean like the video. You don't have to like the figure. I feel like, because I don't like the figure. But even if you want to dislike, oh, do that. I'll take what I can get. Like, dislike, whatever. Like the video, share the video. If you're feeling pretty sadistic and you want to punish somebody you know, share this particular video because this is ridiculous. But anyway, share the video. Please comment, and above all, subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right, so I'm about to get up out of here, get Cygor up out of here, out of your faces, and I'm going to put him somewhere where I don't have to see him for a minute. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues, and I'm out. Peace.